awake yet? Well, good morning once again. I'm Fred Bergeron. I'm one of the organizers here with 1 Million Cups. And 1 Million Cups is a nonprofit organization based out of the Kauffman Foundation in Kansas City. Show of hands, how many first-timers do we have in the room here? No first-timers. Except for our speaker, obviously. And I'm also surrounded by several other organizers here. Organizers, raise your hands, please. Without them, this wouldn't have happened. Today, I have the privilege of introducing a friend of mine who's going to be your speaker today. It's Dr. Chester Wilson. Dr. Wilson is a native of Palatka, Florida. He relocated to Daytona Beach in 1999. Dr. Wilson's professional work experience includes positions as a Vice President of Quality Improvement, Assistant Professor of Criminal Justice, and Executive Director of the CW Consulting firm. Dr. Wilson's educational pursuits and achievements include earning academic degrees in the following areas: Director of Education with concentration in Human Services and Organizational Leadership, MBA, Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice, and Associates of Arts in Human Services. Dr. Wilson is also a fellow Toastmaster like myself, and he currently runs the CW Consulting firm. So without further ado, let's give it up for Dr. Chester Wilson.
So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for inviting me. I'm so excited to present to you this morning and to share with you just a little bit about what I've been doing throughout some of the counties, and not just limited to Daytona Beach, Florida. As Fred said, my name is Chester Wilson, and I decided somewhere along the line that I was going to start a business. No one told me that I was out of my mind, but I tried. And just like with all businesses, I tried starting back in 2007. I wasn't necessarily that successful, so I had to reorganize. I came back in 2013, I tried it again, and here we are today that I think I finally know what it is that I want to do and what services I want to provide. And so we came up with the CW Consulting firm, which basically is the Chester Wilson Consulting firm. And I must say that I would like to give a shout out to my friends at Kenneth Grant Inspirations for completing this logo for me. So I think it represents me. So with the CW Consulting firm, it basically comes down to you plus education equals success. So I have to step off for a minute because I left a clicker over here. You plus education equals success. I'm a firm believer that it takes you to put some energy into what it is that you want to do and to step out and do that. And once you do that, you have the well made up mind. You add some education to that, and there's nothing to stop you from being successful. I am a Bible-believing person, and somewhere along the scriptures I read that faith without works is dead. A lot of people want to do well, they want to succeed, but sometimes we don't necessarily put the energy into it. And so I wanted to get a tagline, something that represented that you have to do some work, and once you do some work and you get some experience and some education behind you, then you can be successful. So what is the CW Consulting firm? The CW Consulting firm comprises of 3 areas, as you see listed here. It's consulting, it's training, and it's presentations. And what my goal is here is that I just go out to community professionals and I help them to develop and grow personally and professionally. So we're going to get into some of the services that we provide under the CW Consulting firm. Our mission is that we're going to deliver training and consultation that's going to enhance professionals. It's just basic and simple. We don't come to try to take over people's organizations, but we just come to develop the person and the organization so that they can be better in the services that they provide. When you look at our vision, it is to provide customized and training consultation services to professionals who are seeking to develop themselves. Likewise, we have the same thing with our values: leadership, education, and service. Leadership is that, as in with every organization, we want you to be a standout in your community. We want to see you lead the communities that we have respectively throughout this county. Then we get into our education. As you go back to my tagline, you plus education equals success, we believe that education affords people the opportunity to grow it within their organization, to teach others who are coming behind them. And then we look at service. That's our charge, is to provide services to the communities that we serve. Well, here's the services that we provide under consultation. As you can see, there's a bevy of services that we do. Starting with accreditation. I have experience as a quality assurance director where we provide accreditation services to individuals or companies who are looking to be accredited through whatever governing body that provides them maybe with their monies or their funds to operate. We look at business development, corporate compliance, dissertation coaching, grant writing, human resources, investigation, marketing, mediation, mentoring, notary, quality assurance, resume development, risk management, strategic planning, and even substance abuse supervision. If you get down to the root of it, essentially what it is it's all about development. How do we develop someone to be their best selves? When we look at one of the things that I want to stick out here is strategic planning. One of my main focuses for the CW consulting firm is how do you develop individuals and how do you develop organizations? In developing individuals, what we do is we take a basic idea that you may come up with and we help you to develop that into a business. Hopefully a profitable business if all of the pieces are there. And the same would be true with the organization. You may have just a basic concept. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna help you expand upon those ideas. We're gonna help you develop. We're gonna teach you how to market those ideas, how to sell those ideas, just some of the basic business 101 concepts. And so our organization will come in and we will sit with you. We will write out we will help you to develop what is your mission, what is your vision, what is your values, where is it that you see your company going, and what is it that you would ultimately like to do. And we would take that concept, we will help you to do a business plan, because we believe that in order to be successful in what you do, you have to know where it is that you're going. So a business plan is actually essential to what it is that you're going to, or where it is that you want to go with your business. And as such, in that business plan, we will look at what are your competitions. We will even look at your SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. What finances do you need to implement this business? And even if you have to take out a loan or whether you can do personal finances, what does that payback look with today's market APRs? So we will help you look at the whole dynamics of it, even if the business is viable. Our services are not only limited to one scope of businesses. Currently, right now, we're helping someone develop an app. We're helping someone create an independent living program. Another create an assisted living program. So there's an array of services based on what you do. Essentially what happens is we do the research for you. When you look at training, I am a trainer. That is what I do. It's in me, it's in my nature. And I go out and I provide training, and we'll get into my qualifications that qualify me to do a trainer. But listed here are just some of the training services that we provide. And one of the most exciting things is that we are an approved continuing education unit provider. And what that is that through the Florida Certification Board, the state of Florida, my organization has been deemed approved to provide continuing educations to any professionals in the behavioral health field who have a professional degree or professional certification. Just like teachers, just like counselors, pretty much they have to get certifications every year. We're able to provide those trainings so that you can get those continuing educations to keep your license or your certifications current. Presentations. We go out and do motivational speaking, lectures, conferences, and seminars. I've been blessed where I hold a microphone regularly, going out and doing presentations. In fact, for the 2019 Dr. Martin Luther King Day. I'll be the main speaker for the St. Johns County Dr. Martin Luther King Day. I had the privilege of doing it in Putnam County. I've been speaking all over. As Fred stated, I recently did Elevate Daytona and even have other projects coming up. So one of the things about motivational speaking is that it affords you the opportunity to get in front of individuals like yourself and spread a message in terms of hope that people can achieve, that people can actually do. One of the other things that align with this strategically is lectures and conference. You know, my history as a professor, my work experience allows me to put together dynamic presentations that help to even motivate your staff. I've had the pleasure of even working with the Daytona Beach Police Department, you know, conducting cultural sensitivity trainings. So whatever the service is that's needed within the organization, again, my organization will put together the research and help to deliver a dynamic presentation to you that your employees or you can use to help grow and develop professionally. One of the great things that I'm excited to talk about is Masterclass 101. Under the CW Consulting firm, we next year, our goal is to have an inaugural Masterclass 101. And what Masterclass 101 is that essentially it's going to be a monthly masterclass where individuals who cannot really afford implementation services can join a group that is already established every month where we work as a work group to help the individuals develop their individual or business ideas. And every month we will come together and we will work on those things such as vision, mission, business plans, ideas for development, expansion, maybe minimizing services or even expanding services. So it gives us an opportunity to sit down and have some group discussion and some individual discussion. Now the exciting part about Masterclass 101 is that my goal is for August 2019 that is actually going to lead to a conference. And my idea and my concept for this conference, which you're the first group that I'm sharing it with, my idea for this conference is that I hope to pull together all entrepreneurs, because my Masterclass 101, the slogan that goes with that is building the entrepreneurship from within. And my goal is to get all of entrepreneurs in different classes, whether you are in photography, counseling, sewing, business development, whatever your area is, we hope to group you by groups or like classifications and put individuals in front of you in an audience to be able to ask you questions and glean from your experience. And what this is it's hopefully to stimulate our economy and stimulate the individual to move past the thinking about it stage to the do it stage. See, the way that I look at it is, what's standing in between some individuals is they just don't know how to do it. They don't know where to get started. And people like us who found a way to do it, we're able to share those experiences with these individuals. What's in it for the presenters? The presenters now get to work with other presenters because they won't be just a solo presenter talking to a group. It will be more of a panel discussion. And they will be able to work and glean off of each other and learn information from there. Now the highlight of this, which I am equally excited to share, is that I plan to offer scholarships to high school and college students. During our luncheon, during the Masterclass 101, college and high school students will be able to get up before a group like this and present their business idea. And we will vote on it during that conference. And the person who wins during that conference, what the Masterclass 101 would do is be a sponsorship for them. They will pay for their registration, pay for their logo development, pay for their website development, everything they need to get up and running during their first year. That's what they have an opportunity to win at this conference. So as you can see, the whole concept here is to get individuals just like us who are working, get them excited about a business idea that they have within. Doesn't mean that they even have to quit their 9 to 5. This is just something that you can do on the side. Our goal is to help you develop that and be legal while doing it. So, about me. I can talk about me, I think. I've known me just a little over 30 years. So my personal goal and mission is that I just want to help individuals. I want to help families. I want to help anybody that's in need. My belief is there's room for all of us at the top. Only thing it takes is a willingness to help and the person being willing to receive. So just my whole stance is personally and professionally, I want to help you grow and develop. That's the whole reason for the CW consulting firm. When you look at my experience, I've had the opportunity to work as a chief executive officer of an organization. I've had the opportunity to be vice president of an organization, and even a professor for over a decade. And so I took all of that experience and I combined that, because that was a whole lot of work trying to get all of that experience in a short amount of time. But I combined that and essentially created a business, and these are the services that I'm actually offering. So even when it comes down to education, I am a believer in education, and as an alumnus of Bethune-Cookman University, I echo the sentiments of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune when she said, "I leave you a thirst for education." And as such, I managed to complete my doctorate of education degree. I have a Master's of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor's in Criminal Justice, and a AA degree in Human Services. And I use all of that as well to help to provide the services to the clients that I serve. I have an array of certifications, and I don't even think that I could think of them all when I was listing this. But I do possess a certification as an addictions professional, as a mental health professional, a HIV counselor and tester, a certified moral recognition therapist. I am a CPR first aid instructor trainer, quality assurance peer reviewer, healthcare risk manager, and a Florida Supreme Court family and circuit civil mediator. So again, these are the services that I'm providing. I'm just not standing up here telling you about ideas I had, that I woke up and rolled over one morning and said that I'm going to be a trainer. We put in the work here so that we can provide the excellent services to the folks that we serve. And even I definitely believe in civic engagement and community service. And I give back to that by serving on boards throughout, and even being active in my local fraternity, which is Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, I must say that. And what we do is we provide scholarships to deserving high school students who are transitioning from high school to college. We go out and we provide community service. We encourage people to vote. You know, we have a campaign of voteless people as a hopeless people. So we do services throughout the fraternal year of what we call, and we make sure that we give back to our community, building them up. And even lastly, I serve in my church, which is very important to me. My faith is very important to me, and it gives me the foundation for providing services to others. Basically, it comes down to services above everything else. The benefits of a consultant. By hiring a consultant, you reduce costs of being associated with a full-time. Sometimes small organizations, even like my own, I outsource work. When you cannot hire a full-time staff, sometimes you have to outsource work so that you can get certain things done without the cost that's associated with it. It reduces the cost in paying for multiple certifications, no turnover in trainers. It reduces the cost because one of the things that I have is that I bring the training to you. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to come to me. And that's been one of the successes, is the fact that organizations don't have to shut down for a half day to send all their people for CPR and first aid training, or to send everybody for leadership training or cultural diversity training. I actually come to them with the time that's allotted, provide the services, and you leave. Therefore, the organizations don't have to pay travel time. They don't have to assume the risk with groups of people traveling, and it works out for all parties involved. And certainly, recruiting, training, and retaining qualified staff, it reduces that because you just happen to have a set of trainers that have a whole lot of certifications in one. This is information where you can contact me should you decide that you would like to know more about services. And even if you don't want to know about services, or that you're just looking how to get started in this field, how to help other people, or services that you want to give back, hey, reach out and call me. It doesn't have to be about services. My goal is to help other people. And I believe that we all can be on the top. No one has to be on the bottom. Thank you all.
All right, how about another big round of applause for Dr. Chester Wilson? This is now time for our questions and answers session. So who's got the first question for Dr. Wilson? Steve.
Spectacular presentation. You and I met before the president. I'm Steve Keeler, one of the organizers. Again, just wonderful presentation, short, succinct. I think all of us in the room can learn something from getting that much information.